Hi, let's talk about how to do research for your art history project. First thing I would recommend is using our Art LibGuide for high quality sources. So to find that, you simply Google Hume Fogg LibGuides. As you start to type it in, it should probably pop up. It's going to be this first link. Here's how you know it's right. Looks like this, and you're going to scroll down to art. And once you get here, since you know your person, I would recommend we're going to start with our high quality databases. And a database is where someone else, some experts, have either written their own articles or they have gathered articles from high quality newspapers and magazines. And those are the ones that are featured. So it's a lot better than, say, Googling if you're looking for broad information. Because you know that it's been verified, it comes from high quality sources. You don't have to ask yourself that. So this is where the link is to if the usernames and passwords. But the first thing I do is try an encyclopedia. Some of your artists may not be in it, and that's because some of your artists are very contemporary. And so they may not have as much international renown right now, but I'm going to use World Book to begin with. And this one's going to open for me automatically. But you could also use Britannica. Once again, the username and password is down at the bottom of here. And with this, I'm going to use one of my techniques, which is called putting a title in quotes. And sure enough, when I do that, I'm able to find a relatively short but a good beginner article on him. It could well be that the article from Britannica is longer. I would try that one as well. That's a great place to start. So after you've done these two, which may not have results for you depending on who it is, I would recommend you try student resources in context. We're going to use one of those same search techniques, which is using quotes. Quotes means it looks for the whole, both words or multiple words as together instead of like separate. So when I start typing this in, and some of you guys, the names are are fairly common, so you might want to add in the word artist or photographer or something like that. I don't think I have to do that here because he's just so well known. If there's a biography, that's a great place to start. You'll notice there's also some magazine and news articles about him. So let's look at news. Magazine articles are longer. And so this will actually go to like the latest article, which is kind of like how he's been responding to COVID. So it kind of like goes backwards there. One thing you can do is look at subjects here. And for example, the ones with his name on it, those are going to be a little bit more autobiographical, but this can be helpful looking at the subjects because it could actually like help you focus on something specific. Like maybe I want specifically about how he painted President Obama. So the next thing I would recommend you do is keep in mind, we do have some links on here. Those have been vetted for you and those are high quality sources. After you've used these are your databases and you're going into a Google search. So one of the things I want to recommend is that instead of just doing a general Google search, you consider using Google News and Google Books. And what they do is that they actually take books that have been published and articles in newspapers and magazines that have been published, and that is what they're featuring. So some of those same techniques still apply in that I'm going to search for my title in quotes of the person and whatever else I might be looking for. I might be looking for value. I might be looking for something specific. I might be looking for Obama. And so this is going to be specific articles that some of these will have been in the databases, But you can kind of get a feel for that here. So this is a really great way to search. So once we're done there, and maybe we are looking at a general Google search, there are some things I would like to make sure that you understand. One is that just because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's a high quality source. Anyone can make a website. In fact, some of the websites that are on here are made by other students that are your age who are doing projects. So we have to be really mindful of that. So there are also many Wikipedia-like projects that they are monetizing. So they put ads on them. One of the little hints that you'll see is that if you see a bunch of ads for things that are unrelated to art, that's usually a sign that it's not a high quality source. And the third thing I'm going to say is to actually research the organization that is putting out the source. So if I'm looking for, once again, I'm using one of my search techniques, which is a quotation marks, and I'm looking for a biography. And so one of the first things as I'm going down here is SKNY. And so as I'm bringing this article up, one of the things I need to know is about this actual website and who's producing it. So I can kind of tell from the top that it's like artists and exhibitions and things like that. I don't see a bunch of ads that are unrelated here. So usually I go to the bottom and I'm trying to figure out like who is Sean Kelly, New York. And I see that it is a gallery. And so I might do something which is called lateral reading. And that is where I'm looking up and I can kind of see that this is like an art gallery. So, and there's a little description of it over there. So that means that this is a high quality source, a high quality internet source. Some of the things that I would recommend looking for is this is the official artist website. And so those are really good ones to use if the artist is still living and they have an official website. Be careful. Sometimes people will open the website and say, and it's like has their name on it, but it's not the official one. So you want to use their official one. Other ones are college professors, art museums, magazines and newspapers, auction houses, things like that. And so, but let's look at this one. Here's one of the sources, one of the top sources, 5 facts about Kehinde Wiley. And this is an example of one that is not a high quality source. So one of the ways we could tell this is that, like when we look up Glogster, we can see that it's something that anyone can use. When we click on who is Amethyst, who's the writer of this, we know it's Angela Mathis. We don't know very much about. It looks like she's a student, but we don't know if she's like an art professor or anything like that. It doesn't appear to be. So when you do the research on this website, you can tell it's not a high quality source. That's kind of an overview of that. Now, the last thing I would like to say is that one of the most useful things that you can do is actually look at the library catalog. So this is the library catalog. And, so I would recommend you can type in the person's name in quotes and see if there are any books that come up about them. And there is one that comes up about that. And so you can place a hold on this. And that is your 190 number and month, day of your birthday. You can have it delivered here to Hume Fogg. It does take about a week to get here, and then we bring it to you. or you can have it delivered to a Nashville Public Library branch that is closer to you. So, say you live in Bellevue, you can have it delivered there. You will get it a little bit faster that way. But don't forget, we do have some great books as well. And so, if it's available here, or if then we can bring it to you automatically. If it's available at another branch, it means it's not a Hume Fog. It's at another branch, but you could have it delivered. So that is all. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.